Hey, Devin here. I've got a mark. It's a little bit off center. But hey, it's probably better than a lot of other people could do, so you can just shut up. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of people can guess probably what this is going to be about because I've been talking about it for a while. The next book in the House of Night series came out, Burned. And I thought I would do kind of a mix-up kind of between the 5 Awesome YA fans and the Alex Reads Twilight, where I'm actually going to go kind of, maybe not chapter by chapter, I may double up the chapters because some of these chapters can be kind of short, or I'll just do a group of chapters, but I kind of want to do like a reaction video. I'm not going to read the book to you, and I'm not going to put, I'm probably going to do this all at once because I can't just read this and then wait a week and read the next 2 chapters or something. I can't do that. But I will space them out for people who want to read the book and don't want to be spoiled for anything. But they will probably all happen at the same time, just so you know. This is the 7th one to come out. This is Stevie Ray, her friend, who is on the cover. I don't want to do a whole book by book what all has happened so far, because that would take a lot of time, and I'm not good at that kind of stuff, honestly. So I'm just going to talk about this book. If you want to know about the other ones, I'm sure you can go read them. They're not that hard to read. They're a lot of fun. And if you don't want to read them, I'm sure there are great synopses somewhere for them. Anyway. So, I'm excited. Okay, so first, just a little outline of the stuff you can basically find online. This little thing in the first chapter are actually online, so I can post this up and not really worry too much about spoilers for today, because it's all something everybody can read. Basically, what this is saying is kind of the way the story begins. Zoe Redbird's soul has shattered with the death of Heath, and she just doesn't, she's living in the other world, which is what they call it, which is sort of like the in-between life and being fully dead kind of thing. And she doesn't, it's saying that she isn't sure she really wants to come back, all of that. And then they're talking about Stark. Love Stark. About how Stark may be the only person who can go actually get her, but he may have to die to do so. And it says there are only 7 days left. I'm not entirely certain what's going to happen in 7 days, but I'm sure we'll probably figure it out. Next, let's talk about Stevie Ray, who is back still in Tulsa. All of Zoe and her friends, Zoe, Stark, Heath, Aaron, Shawnee, Damien, Jack? I can't remember if Jack went or not, but they're all in like Venice or something. They're in Italy because that's where the Vampire High Council lives. She's still back with her red fledglings in Tulsa, and it's talking about the rogue red fledglings, which are the ones that didn't follow her, but that she's hiding a secret that may be the only way to get Zoe home, but it may also ruin everything. And then we talk about Aphrodite, who's still kind of a bitch, but in, I don't know, it's like her personality, and you kind of love it. I don't know, I do. I think she's great. Nyx, the goddess, has decided to speak through her with the goddess's own voice, whether Aphrodite wants it or not. I'm really envisioning like Professor Trelawney style, where she goes like this and starts talking, or you know, whatever. That's gonna be awesome. I really hope that's what happens, because that would be ridiculous. So yeah, at the end it says 3 girls playing with fire. If they don't watch out, everyone will get burned. Burned. Well, the first thing I kind of want to mention is actually about the acknowledgments, which usually are just pretty quick, you know, the editor and so-and-so, such and such person. But she actually goes to talk about, PC Cast is talking about a lot of Celtic and Gaelic stuff, which is interesting because so far everything that's really been used has been Cherokee ritual, I guess, to an extent, Cherokee beliefs, and then Greek myths, Nyx, Erebus, so on and so forth. They actually talk about Eros a little bit, sort of in passing. But now it's going into Gaelic, which is going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because obviously this is clearly based on the Wiccan pagan religion, and Wiccan pagan religion comes from older Gaelic, old religions. So I'm guessing that's where it's going to go. But it's going to be interesting. I kind of liked having the Cherokee stuff. I hope they keep the Cherokee, honestly. That's just kind of what I'm thinking right now. Okay, so the first chapter is the one you can find online. It's from Kelowna's point of view. It starts at the exact moment that he has Heath and is just thinking, okay, I mean, I don't really want to kill this guy, but he's just kind of in the way, so snap. And then that's when Zoe sees them, and she literally throws the element of spirit at him, and it shatters her own soul. But it also kind of has like a shattering effect on his. He falls into the ocean and he kind of pulls himself up to the shore. And Nefert is there. And there's this conversation between the two where you start to realize, or you start to think, that maybe Kelowna isn't so bad? Maybe he was just doing what he thought he was supposed to do, but now he's realizing maybe he went about this all wrong. But maybe, honestly, he just didn't have a choice. I mean, he could have been stuck in that ground for ever. I mean, he's an immortal. He's not going to die. So he could have been stuck there forever, but because of Nefert's help, he got out. But because he got out, Nefert got help. Well, now, as much of a crazy as Nefert was, she's even worse. Now Kelowna's starting to expect that she's an immortal, or she's becoming immortal, but like an immortal of the darkness, which is interesting. She can actually command darkness, and she does this, like, she says it's weaving like a spider weaves a web, which is, and probably a very fitting metaphor. So yeah, we're left with that, and then Nefert's basically like, okay, well, you're gonna go into the underworld. I'm gonna use all this darkness to shoot your soul into the underworld. The other world. Sorry. You're gonna go to the other world, and you're gonna make sure that Zoe doesn't like try and be all heroic and come back, because we want Zoe dead. I'm not really sure how this is gonna play out, but they do this like whole oath binding. Like, there's no way that he can. If he fails, then Nefert has control over his body and soul as long as he remains immortal. Which I see. I mean, this is only the 7th book, and I think there's supposed to be 12, so I'm pretty sure Zoe isn't going to die. I'm just saying. Pretty sure. Unless they're going to spend the next 5 books, or whatever, talking about her being in the other world, which wouldn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure she'll come back, which would mean, then, that Kelowna will have broken his oath. But the caveat of that little oath that he said, or that she said, is that I will own your body and soul for as long as you remain immortal. I wonder if we're going to find a way to break immortality, to destroy immortality. I wonder if by the end of this book, Kelowna will no longer be immortal. And then Nefert won't have that hold over him. On to chapter 2.